Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair for joining me again as I go through different hadiths pertaining to the virtues of the Qur'an. Now, for the past couple of days, I've been doing certain surahs, and today we'll do our last one, and this is Ayatul Kursi. So, in a lengthy hadith narrated by Abu Huraira, narrated by Al-Bukhari on the authority of Abu Huraira, I'm just going to paraphrase it because it is so large. Abu Huraira mentions how he was commanded to look after the Zakat al-Fitr in the masjid. You know that little box that says Fitrana on it in the masjid. So he was assigned to look after this during Ramadan. So what happened one night is he was guarding it, and this man came along and then tried to steal from it. So Abu Huraira seized him, took him, and then said he was going to take him to the Prophet ﷺ. And then this man made his excuses. He was saying that he was a poor man, a needy man, and he has a large family, and he was forced to steal. So Abu Huraira felt some remorse and pity, and then let him go. And then he relayed this story back to the Prophet ﷺ the next day. The Prophet ﷺ said he lied and he will return. So Abu Huraira once again waited that night guarding the Fitrana again, and then lo and behold, he comes back, he tries to steal, and then he seizes him, and then once again Abu Huraira feels sorry for him and then lets him go. And then he talked with the Prophet again the next day, and then it happened once more. So the man came back, and then this time when Abu Huraira seized him, he didn't listen to his excuses. He was going to take him straight to the Prophet ﷺ. But then this strange man said, let me go and I will teach you a few words so that Allah can benefit you. And then Abu Huraira asked, what are these words? And then this man said, before you go to bed, recite Ayatul Kursi, and a guardian will be placed upon you from Allah. This is basically an angel. And Satan won't be able to approach you until the morning. So he let him go after this. And then he relayed the story to the Prophet ﷺ. And then this Prophet ﷺ said, he has told the truth, although he is a habitual liar. And then he asked Abu Huraira who he thought this man was. And then he said, it is Shaitan. So here we see the power that Ayatul Kursi has. To start with, you confirm that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah, the ever-living, the sustainer. And it should be, Ayatul Kursi should be used to seek refuge in times of fear and of safety as well. In another hadith narrated by Imam Muslim on the authority of Ubay ibn Ka'b, he was asked by the Messenger ﷺ, which is the greatest ayat in the Qur'an, in the book of Allah? Ubay said, Allah and his Rasul know best. Then the Prophet ﷺ said, it is Ayatul Kursi. And then he congratulated Ubay on his knowledge. Now, we mentioned in a previous hadith who Ubay ibn Ka'b was. His nickname was Abu Munzir, and he was a great reciter of the Qur'an and had a great memory. In another hadith, it is mentioned that Shaitan flees from the house in which Surah Al-Baqarah is recited. So the greatest ayat in the Qur'an is in this surah. So being the greatest ayat in the greatest book, we should appreciate this ayat even more. Let us utilize the powers that it does have. And lastly, although it isn't narrated by Al-Bukhari, it's narrated by Ibn Habban, but he has classed it as Sahih using the same conditions. On the authority of Abu Umama, the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever recites Ayatul Kursi immediately after each prescribed prayer, there will be nothing standing between him and paradise except for death. So here we learn we should make Ayatul Kursi a part of our after Salah ritual. So we say our istighfar 3 times, and then we say Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam, and we do our dhikr, our Alhamdulillah, Subhanallah, Allahu Akbar 100 times. we should also make Ayatul Kursi one of the things that we do straight after our salah. And here in the hadith it mentions after each prescribed salah, so it should be done after the fard salah. So these are just a few of the benefits. There's other benefits as well, such as the protection from one salah to the next if you do recite it after salah, but these are the main ones that I wanted to touch upon. So Allah may Allah make it easy for us to memorize this ayat. May Allah make it easy for it to come to our tongues with ease and recite it frequently, especially when protection is necessary. May Allah give us the tawfiq to recite it after every fard salah. May Allah make us appreciate the value of this ayat and give us the reward in abundance for reciting it. Ameen. Wa jazakumullahu khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.